Are you ready? Because he's ready. It's Master Jeff! Martial arts expert, instructor extraordinaire, and general clown. He's not afraid of coronavirus. He's not afraid of the bad guys. Master Jeff is not afraid of anything.
What's up, guys? We had a shocking turnout for the 5 o'clock class and for the Dragons class. So we ran over in both classes, and now we're like, the ripple effect is really throwing us off. And then we had already bowed in for black belt class, and then I thought, oh, I promised to stream a black belt class, and I forgot. So, but here we are. Covises, good to see you. Man, it's awesome. And look, Covises, it's Sebastian. And of course, you know Miguel back there. He's going to rob a bank later, so he's got his mask on, ready to go. I am going to hold up a train a little later, so I am ready to go too. We are keeping our well above our 10-foot distance for aerobic activity when you don't need a mask. And but I've got mine just in case I need to come up and swat somebody upside the head with a pool noodle or something. I want to have this ready to go. So I hope you guys are doing well. I don't know if you have kicking bags, but we're not just going to do kicking stuff during this class. We'll do a variety of stuff, so don't sweat it. Let's get you actually where we can see you. There. And now, we're not in your way. No, you're good. We can still see you. So I want to make sure you guys, well, actually,
I think it moved slightly.
You know what, Miguel? Yeah, let's put it away on. No, you leave her there so you won't be able to see both of you. Now, if you're kicking on that side, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was.
I want to make sure you see both these guys. All right, so sparring techniques. Do you have anything in mind?
I want to start with like something simple before we go into advanced warm up.
All right, we'll keep it something simple for a black belt. So one time I saw Seven outside working on his kicking bag, and he was standing here punching it, and then without moving, he would kick like this up too close to the bag, and I'm like, what are you doing? It's like, well, I'm pretending that the guy is backing up on me so that I can compensate. And it was a good idea. However, I think he should have been punching the air and then moving forward to kick the bag for his coup d'etat technique. So let's try that, guys. We'll be back from the bag, punching. And when we go to do a roundhouse, you've got to move in to make the kick, as if your opponent had stepped back. So I'll tell you what, you guys just try it on your own time. Do a few techniques and then skip in, slide in, whatever to make the roundhouse. Ready, set, go. Nice. Good, guys. You doing okay breathing, Miguel? All right, very good, gentlemen. Let's do the same thing with a step turnaround side kick. So you're hammering it from back here, and you step in to cover the distance side kick. Hang on a second. Let me get my trusty old timer. Lord, I don't know if I remember how this thing works. On your mark, get set, go!
Stepping around.
Yep. Good, Miguel. Okay, let's stop a second. Miguel's got a good thing going on over there, Sebastian. So the object here is not to do like an ideal side kick or an ideal roundhouse. The object is to pretend you're compensating for an opponent moving back on you. So you might have to sacrifice something just to get the kick to happen, to reach your opponent in time. So what Miguel is doing, Sebastian, is when he's doing his step turnaround, he's still not close enough. So as his leg's coming up, he's sliding. So he's doing a step, turn around, slide, side kick. Can you do that again, Miguel? Can you do it on purpose? Just like that. And it's very sneaky because the opponent thinks they're getting away. They're like, I'm even out of the way of his step, turn around, side kick, and then he adds that scooch, and bam, there he goes. All right, so give it a try.
I reached it.
There you go, Sebastian. Nice. Starting with farther back, so you slide more at the end, Sebastian. 10 more seconds, gentlemen. Good, guys. So let's do, now my creative mind is working. Let's do the same thing in close. So you're in here close, and maybe your opponent is coming in at you. So now I need to cover distance going back. So I'm up, back, like that. So you're kicking them as you retreat. You can be in close, even doing like a hook shot with elbows or whatever. Up. Now let's go 30 seconds. I'll let you guys improvise. Ready, set, and rock it. Get close, Miguel. All right. So let's try this just on the count. So we're too close like this. And we don't step back, we jump right here. And then right after you scoot back so they can see. So right after you jump, you're going to jump this way. And then while you're in the air, you're going to kick. And you can even propel. You notice I'm kicking and it's propelling me back, right? That's just fine. Kick. And back. Make sense?
Sir.
On your mark. Well, let's do it on the count. Ready? 1. Go ahead now, jump back a little more, Sebastian. 2. Yes. 3. Good. Now, Miguel, you're jumping and kicking as you land. See if you can jump, kick, land. 4. Oh, close. Jump higher. 5. Yes, Miguel. 6. Yes, good, both of you. 7. 8. Either leg you want, gentlemen. Remember to kick at the peak of your jump rather than at the landing of your jump. 3 more. 1. Good. 2. Perfect, Miguel, was your best one. 3. Try it one more time, Sebastian. Kick right at the top of your jump. And rather than jump, kick when you land, jump, kick, and then push yourself away to land. Ready, set, go. There you go. Good. All right, let's leave it on a good one. All right, Miguel, your request.
What? I kind of want to do a few more kicks because I missed it.
Okay.
But if possible, towards the end, if we could do some flips.
Absolutely. So I'm going to do a few more kicks. All right, you got any particular kick in mind?
Not really particularly. I was practicing with John in one of our Zooms. We were differentiating between the two of a front snap kick and a heel kick. And I've noticed I'm lacking in the heel kick department, so many heel kicks.
Okay. So what did you bring away from Master Settle's class?
Well, it's essentially just like an axe kick. You bring it up, but it comes up from the back and then you extend it out like a side kick. So you bring it up almost straight up, and you bring this up to here before you kick, which I lack in that area to bring my leg up all the way up because of my flexibility. So I'm trying to practice on bringing it up like we've done on this one, and then extending it straight out. That's where I'm struggling with.
If you guys didn't hear Mr. Miguel, he's talking about the difference between a front snap kick and a front heel kick or thrust kick. And as he explained, and I'll just repeat what he said, for the thrust kick, you want your heel, you want your knee to come up to your shoulder like this, and then you thrust forward. Whereas with a front kick, it's more like you're snapping like that, almost like the accordion thing. Thrust, you're coming up just like that, where your shin is going straight forward, propelled by your thigh, like this. Thus, you want your knee all the way up to your chest, and then your foot goes straight out. Now, Miguel, one of Miguel's concerns was the lack of flexibility to get his knee to his chest. What I was about to tell him, and then we'll tell him now, is you don't need but a split second of flexibility. Like I can only get my knee this high. It's as high as I can get it. But if I throw it, I just kick myself in the shoulder just now, but I can't hold it there. So that's the secret. You come up and you hold it for a split second. All you need is for 1 split second. Oh! Sebastian and I were well within the 6-foot limit.
Oh.
Ready? Hana! Do. Set. And both of you focus a little more on kicking down. Try to bring your knee up to your shoulder and then kick down into the target. 5. Yes. 6. Yes. 7. Very good, Miguel. Both of you got it now. 8. 9. 10. Very nice, gentlemen. I don't think you're having any problems at all with that, Miguel. It's good.
When we're practicing, we're trying to practice in the air. And so we're trying to get that whole demonstration going without losing the control. And John had gave a demonstration with holding the weight. With that, it showed if you lose control while you're doing these kicks, how far your hands go. But so that was the main issue, is I can't do it here.
How's the other leg?
So, Mr. Miguel is saying that one of his issues is he can't do this one in the air. Me neither. This is not a, unless you're a Master Settles and you have that kind of flexibility. If I do the one like I just did a while ago, I'm going to follow my face if I don't have something to catch that kick. Yeah. So it's kind of like a running jump side kick. I guess you could do it in the air, but yeah, and I guess you could do it in the air, then just control your landing. But it's hard to, for me, just psychologically, it's hard to focus on popping your knee up to your shoulder when you know it's going to hit nothing but air. I might even damage my knee at my age. Okay, Sebastian, you name a kick.
Let's go with tornadoes.
Ooh. Tried and true tornado kicks. If you guys don't have something to land on at home, I don't know what to tell you. A tornado kick in the air is extremely difficult, but maybe you can do it.
That's
So
what
here
John demonstrated with the weights. And he was here the whole time, and he was like, but if you do this, and you see his arms excessively go to the side, I'm just like, okay, whoa, ouch.
Yeah, ouch. All right, here we go, guys. And hut. Nice, gentlemen. Do. Set. Net. Close. Pass it. Now, Miguel, you are doing something that is actually difficult to do, which is you are doing a tornado kick, but ending it with a smack, a pullback. I think that's a cool thing to be able to do. However, you most certainly want to be able to follow through with a tornado kick because it's designed to be like a head buster, you know, like a big move mass kind of a kick. So also practice kicking and like trying to knock the target down like Master Settles does. All right, here we go. Ha! Oh yeah, no problem. No. Nice, gentlemen. Set. Net. Pass it. And now let's do the other leg or keep alternating if you were alternating. So, Hannah. Duel. Is it just me, or are you guys hearing less smack on the left side? Hannah! There we go. Duel! There we go. Set! Net! Pass it! Good, gentlemen. Bravissimo. Impressive, right? Both of them. Very nice, gentlemen. Miguel, you want to do another kick, or are you ready for forms?
I'm ready for whatever you want. Anything you want, sir. Hook kick.
Hook kick. Hook kicks are tough on a standing bag.
Maybe we can work off the turnaround, I think the tornado kick, and do another kick after landing.
What if we're hanging here?
If I stand here, see if you can stand there, Sebastian. Can you reach? I thought you wanted to do a hook kick.
Oh, sorry, I wanted to see what the tornado, my bad. Oh, wait, I think I can get it there.
Cool. So you got to stay on that blue line.
Ah.
So, without touching and staying within the legal 6 feet, we can do hook kicks. Okay. So I'll hold for both of you. No, it's okay. It'll swing all over the place. Ready? 1. You got to stay on that blue line. 2. 3. 4. 5. Now you're going to improve your hook kick a lot if you can bring it up like a side kick and then snap it right at the last minute. So you take a break and come up. Okay, cool. 1, 2. Oh, bend straight and bend. 3. Oh yeah. 4. Oh yeah. 5. Oh yeah. Okay. Either leg you want to work on. I'm letting them do either leg they want to work on. So 1. Almost. Bend straight and bend. 2. Oh yeah. 3. There you go. 4. Oh. Felt that one, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
5. Good. Okay, good.
I feel it now.
1. Ooh. Ooh, right there. Good one. 2. 3. 4. Nice. 5. You guys see those last 2? He had it. All right, next. 1. Ooh, got it. 2. Nice, dude. 3. 4. 5. Oh, boom, yep. 1. 2. 3. Oh, nice. 4. Oh, yeah. 5. Cool, cool. All right, let's roll these turkeys out. We can do a couple of forms.
Sure.
You guys are impressive, man. Thought my kicks were improving, and I saw you guys, and I realized how soon I forget you guys' kicks. You call form, so you call the first form.
We can practice 7.
7, very good. Let's back up to the third line. There we go, right there. There we go. So Sebastian, just make sure that there's one blue tape distance between you, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really, what do we calculate? 3 squares and change is 10 feet. And if you don't have a mask on, you gotta say 10 feet. Which you guys were during the case. So you guys are fine. And this is 12 feet. From one blue line, skip the next blue line is 12 feet. So not quite 1, 2, 3. So actually not quite 4 squares, 3 squares and change and you're good. So if you stay, generally you're half of the room, you're gonna be good. So you wanted to do 7, and on my count or your count?
Either count, sir.
Let's do my count.
Yes, sir.
So to me, so we're doing 7 on the count in case you guys didn't hear that. And Hannah. Ah! Very nice stance, dude. Do. Set. Net. I love that big chamber. Toss it. Hannah. Do. Set. Net. Toss it. Yes it. Hannah. Do. Open hand, little boy. You sold it though. I had to think for a second. Set.
I sold it to myself.
Hannah. And Miguel, make sure you're moving your, yes, sir. Net. Toss it. Yes it. You guys ain't rusty. Hannah. Do. Set. Net. Hannah. Do. Set. And you're one move ahead. So the first one, Miguel, when you come in here, 1, chunk, chunk. 2 is just the turn. Then 3 is step back and block. So where are we? Now,
Okay, let's look from here.
yeah, right there, good. Hannah! Oh, chunky, chunky. Do, just turn. Set! Inside block, good. Net! Good, gentlemen. Toss it! Yes it! Ilya! That's moving your core, dude. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Sure. How's your head? Your oxygen doing okay?
Pretty good.
Okay. So let's see. So let's do these one at a time on your own count. So Miguel, have a seat first, just way back there. Yeah, and then you can start right there. So 7 on your own count, please, sir. To me.
Sir.
And sit top. Show. Very nice, sir. Very nice. Okay, Mr. Miguel, sir. Nice form, huh? How we miss Mr. Sebastian. Make sure I'm not in your space. And then, yeah. Want to make sure the camera can catch you. Okay, so to me, and 7 on your own count. And you know what? Actually, back up one tape because I want to make sure we get your whole form. Sit up. Pedal. And show. Very nice. Very nice, gentlemen. You may have a seat, sir. And I just have to tell you guys about when I met Mr. Miguel. He was coming to Pace just as a white belt, you know, like a beginner. And just the way, just his personality type totally fit Taekwondo because he was an artist. However, you got two types of artists. One is the artist wannabe, who kind of flits around. They'll learn a little bit of guitar, then that gets boring, so they paint a little. Then that gets boring, so they learn the violin. Then that gets boring, and they move from thing to thing. And they're this artsy-fartsy type who never really accomplish anything. Or you've got the disciplined artist, the kind who paints for 24 hours and ends up passing out because they forget to eat, and then they end up painting the Mona Lisa one day. Or the type of martial artist who hammers their head against a wall for 5 years until they get their second-degree black belt. And I was praying that Mr. Miguel was the latter, and of course he turned up being that. And it was one of those situations where with everybody I want them to be a black belt. With Mr. Miguel, I really wanted him to be a black belt, and I thought it could go either way up to a point. And there was some point in your career, I think it was around green belt, where I said, yeah, he's definitely going to be a black belt because you demonstrated a medal or something, you know, to just keep going. Anyway, I look at you now, and I still remember, what belt were you? One time he brought in this sword he had made out of paper. And I'm not talking about a floppy paper sword that he just cut out. I'm talking about he rolled paper, and out of these little paper rolls sculpted like an exact sword, and it was so awesome. That might have been the day.
I was yellow belt.
You're a yellow belt. All right, so I had his number early on then. I think it was maybe about yellow belt. But I knew it was just a matter of him deciding, because I knew that if he decided to do it, that's it. Nobody could stop him, and he didn't need me, and he didn't need anybody else. So anyway, you just reminded me that day when I just saw you up there doing that, and I'm thinking to myself, when are you up for third? When are you up for third?
Too soon. I think I have 2 years and 6 or...
No, when did you test for second?
Just in the third. Oh, no, wait. Second, for going in for third, you do 3 years or 2 years?
2 years.
Oh, I just tested in February, so I have 2 years.
You just tested in February. He seems to have been a second-degree black belt forever, just like you seem to have been a third forever. All right, you chose that form. You get to choose the next form.
We're already on like the first degree, so I think you're.
No, any form you want, dude. Anything. Joe form if you want to. Anything.
I want to do the force.
The what?
The fourth degree forks.
The fourth degree? Okay, you got to choose one. Let's do, do you know either of them?
No, sir.
Okay, let's do Pyongwan. Let me, oh, it won't really do any good for me to do it this way because you guys can't see the mirror. Let me do it this way. Might be interesting to have a video of it from the side. So I'll do Pyongwan from this way. Good Lord, this is weird. This is strange. I've been doing Pyongwan for like 20 years. Now all of a sudden it's freaking me out because I'm facing this way. I'm always facing this way or this way. So let's see what happens. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I was very uncomfortable doing that form. I kept having to dig around. Is that right? Is that right? I don't know. Is that right? But I pulled it off. Did you guys see okay?
Yes, sir.
So why don't you guys, you stay in that corner, Miguel, and you come to this one. As long as you're on that tape and you're on that tape, you're both good to go. You'll be at your 10 feet distance. Good. All right, so to me, so can you guys see up there? Get out of Miguel's way. Your chumbi is this.
Aye, sir.
Then your first move is this. No, you know what is right leg? Sorry. Your first move is this. No. All right, let me get this straight. Your chumbi is this. Then your first move, yes, it's the left leg again. I was right the first time. Up, two big down blocks. Then it's like cordial, but right above your eyes. Then you have right hand, left hand. So down block, middle block, and with that whole center shift again, Mr. Miguel, and then an upwards elbow. And then just simple kick, turn around side kick. And then middle block, cut through, down block, and then switch to horse stance, inside, back fist. So let's try that much again. So to me, 1, 2, 3, 4, kick, turn around, side kick, middle block, cut through, down block, inside block, back fist. 3 is double elbow. 4 is double outside. Then side kick ready. And this is both the end of the first cycle and the beginning of the second. So end, beginning with the upwards elbows. And then kick, turn around, side kick. Middle block, down block. Inside block, back fist. Good, and then step through double elbow. Step through double high outside. Side kick ready. And this time a regular kick, elbow, kick out. Ready, set, go. And then puddle. Yeah, so you just freeze with the elbow, Miguel, and then back to ready. And short. So you've got your first move is kind of an outlier. Well, not kind of, it is. That's an outlier. And then these are too. That whole section right there only happens once. Then your cycle starts. So you've got ready, outlier move, outlier. Here starts the pattern. So you got elbow, kick, turn around, side kick, middle block, down block, inside block, back fist, double elbow, double out, side kick ready, side kick. Then the cycle starts over. Elbow, kick, turn around, side kick. Make sense? If you feel the desire to sneeze, you should resist as much as possible, but if you have to, sneeze into your mask or the inside of your arm. Miami-Dade code, ladies and gentlemen. Hana! Duel! Set! Net! Kick, turn around, side kick, middle block, down block, this way, middle block, down block, inside block, back fist. Yes, good Sebastian. Hot, double elbow, dual, double out, set, side kick ready. Here's the end and the beginning. One, kick, upper double, then kick, turn around, side kick, two, middle block, down block, inside block, back fist. Good, both of you. Set, double out, double elbow, net, double outside, toss it, side kick ready, yes it, kick elbow feet out. Ah! Puddle. And show. Sebastian, you think you got it?
Sir.
Or are you trying to bring yourself? So to me. Sit up. Got it. He's got the form, doesn't he? He's got the thing down. So, all right, the only thing I would suggest to you is to try to delineate the elbow versus the outside, these things. So right now, Sebastian, you're looking like this and then this, and you can't really tell them apart. So really bring those elbows down like this. Can you see on the screen? And then the outside block's way up like this. So that this is clearly different from that, all right? And then the only other thing is these, right now you're going middle block, rechamber, down block. Instead, middle block, cut through, down block. So middle block, cut through, down block. You only freeze, you freeze a split second and keep circling. Yes.
Oh, I was wondering how this chamber goes.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Very strange. Miguel, you want to try it? Please, sir. Good job, Sebastian. So true knee. And sit up. Middle block. Middle block. Cut through down block. Good, 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 good. Yes, sir. Double elbow. Step through double elbow.
So from here, it's
You just keep, you follow on through. Middle block, keep, yes. Now inside block, yep. No, double. Yes, sir. And double. Good. Oh, you listen to my, other way. Other way. Yes, sir. Okay, keep going. Elbow, kick, turn on the side kick. Middle block, cut through. Down block, inside, back stance, yes sir, double elbow, this way, yes sir, double out, side kick ready, and you know how it is. Huddle! Sure, you better get on that, you only got like 5 years before you go. Good job, gentlemen, good job. All right, let's get out of here. I gotta get these kids home. So, choose your places. Thanks for coming, guys. I hope you got some good kicks and forms out of this, and I'll try to remember to end the live stream this time. All right, chitty up. Forget the high note, connect, paddle, move down. God, thank you very much for this awesome first day back. Please help us to really get it together and improve our compliance techniques and strategies. And at the same time, we pray that they'll loosen up so we can get back to normal. In Jesus' name, amen. Gentlemen, let's just do a triangle barrel. Good to see you. And hey, Zoe or Ezra or Kenneth, you want to come say bye? You guys come say bye too, man. This concludes our broadcast day. Cobus says, good to see you. And Beatrice, I don't know. Oh, yeah, Beatrice already left. She had to go by. And there are other people on here that I don't see their names. They must have been lurkers. Lurking around without chatting, are you? Anyway, guys, time for us to get the smack out of here. It's been a great first day back. Sebastian, get where we can see you, dude. I can't see you. Where is he? There he is. And we are out of here. This has been a South Miami Taekwondo live stream with Master Jeff. Avoid practicing the techniques learned in live stream with Master Jeff while drunk, stoned, sloshed, tipsy, buzzed, blotto, slammed, plowed, jolly, play-eyed, hammered, wasted, inebriated, or otherwise intoxicated. Watching live stream with Master Jeff, you acknowledge the possibility of and waive all liability for hematoma, laceration, occipital fracture, broken nose, acute mandibular dislocation, strained or sprained wrist, hyperextended elbow, broken ribs, bruising or bleeding, tears, sprains, fractures, dislocated shoulder, or concussion. All rights reserved. Unauthorized presentation and publication strictly prohibited.